Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. It is I, Canadian Gamer, also known as Andy Gordon. We are about... Oh wow. We are a day and 4 hours away from WWE 2K25. And we have quite the roster. So 2K and WWE Games just dropped the DLC list for 2K25, and you know what? I'm a bit confused on some of them. So right now what you're seeing is a list of the DLC that is going to be coming out for 2K25. And like the DLC isn't bad for the wrestlers that we're getting. For the full list, let's just say I'm a bit more confused with the list. Just let me pull that up. So right now, as of May, we are getting Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Julia, Stephanie Vaquer, and then a special celebrity guest to be announced. Now, they've done this a couple of times on here. The second one is the most interesting because it features Abyss, which, for those of you who don't know, he is Chris Parks, also known as... it was essentially... Chris Parks was essentially TNA's answer to Kane. It was kind of a Kane-Mankind hybrid. But basically, his whole gimmick was he was a Kane-Mankind kind of hybrid. And Chris Parks has worked for WWE for quite a while as a backstage. I believe he's nearing a decade. So the fact that we're getting Abyss is very interesting. And then also in that same pack, we're getting the Great Khali, and then 3 NBA stars to be announced. Now, I'll get to that after I'm done going through the list of DLC. Then we are getting in July what they're calling the Fearless Pack, which will feature New Jack, Jordan Grace, Penta, Bull Nakano, and then a special celebrity guest to be announced. Now, with them calling this the Fearless Pack, many people have speculated that it might be Nikki Bella as the special celebrity guest, which she's not really a celebrity. Yeah, she did the 3 reality shows, but they were all basically, with the exception of the final one, they were all basically WWE centered reality shows. So she's not really a celebrity. Then the next one is the Attitude Era's Superstar Pack, which is going to be in September. So it's basically the release windows are following the same as 2K24. So that pack is going to have D'Lo Brown, Billy Gunn, which Billy Gunn wrestles for AEW. So that's another interesting one. Road Dogg, Victoria, and Mark Henry. And then finally, we have a Saturday Night's Main Event pack, which is going to be the final pack in November. Jesse Ventura, Mr. Wonderful, Paul Orndorff, Tito Santana, Junkyard Dog, and Sid Justice. So there is a lot of wrestlers in this roster. Like, you have returning from previous games. You have brand new ones. You have, as you can see from the list, I guess they're including in the roster versions of current superstars from previous years. And all of the releases are also in here as well. So you're getting your Baron Corbins, your Blair Davenports, your Tegan Knoxes, Akam and Razor, your Gallows and Anderson. Yeah, they have quite a few different versions of current superstars. Like you're looking at the Undashing Cody Rhodes, the CM Punk personas, which will be the persona cards in my faction. And then, of course, all of the different persona cards for the Elite Jey Uso, as you can see here, Elite John Cena. So the one thing that I don't get is the NBA stars. I have a really weird feeling that it's going to probably be a bit of a swerve where it's going to say NBA stars, but we're going to get something else. Because what NBA stars would you put in? Like, what are we getting? LeBron? Are we getting Shaq? Why would you put, like, why? I don't get that. So I'm really hoping that with this giant roster, they don't throw in basketball players. They have their own game. They need to stick to them. I mean, goddamn, like this whole entire roster is pretty stacked. As far as the guest celebrities go, I could see one being KSI and the other being IShowSpeed. Mostly because they've both made appearances throughout the year. So, where I'm getting this roster page is from the SmackDown Hotel. So right now, this is just the full roster list. If we go into DLC, we'll have all the packs. Obviously, a lot of this that's listed here in the index, you're getting the bottom half of this with the Bloodline Edition. Because with the Bloodline Edition, you basically get everything. So, like the special guest, like the special celebrity guest and the NBA stars, I mean, they have to be something better than what we're getting. I know a lot of people are not happy. Unfortunately, I get that. But I shouldn't say unfortunately I get that. I do get that, but unfortunately, it's a 2K decision. It is not a WWE decision. I think if it was up to WWE fully, they'd want everybody in. So hopefully with the Dunk and Destruction pack, it is actually not NBA themed. Because it's just a repeat of It's just basically a repeat of the Pat McAfee and Friends. And nobody is asking that. Nobody's asking for that, I should say. So the other one here is the WrestleMania 41, which obviously will come out probably a couple of weeks after the event. WrestleMania this year is actually on Easter weekend. I'm not sure if that was strategic by WWE or if they just kind of forgot when scheduling the event that it is Easter weekend. So right now we're looking at probably the end of April by the time the WrestleMania 41 pack gets released. Because they don't have an exact date, but I think the WrestleMania 41 got released, I want to say 2 weeks after, maybe 3 after last year. But those are your DLC packs. So whether you like them or you hate them, I will say at least we're getting the decent pack first. And then the rest will come later. I kind of wish Penta and Jordan Grace were going to be in the first pack. But unfortunately, that is not to be. So I will leave it off with this. Is it time for 2K to and WWE to reevaluate their partnership? Because I don't know how long this deal lasts with 2K. Because I know it's been a decade since they started. I mean, 2K14 was the first, and we're in 2K25 now. So I don't know how long the deal is going to go. The unfortunate thing is there's nobody else that's kind of making games like this. Unless you go to EA. And EA, I mean, EA has their own problems, but EA also does the UFC. So if EA were to take the WWE license, would people be okay with, let's say, every other year getting a WWE game? Getting an EA Sports WWE game? If they were to do the exact same development cycle as the UFC, would people be okay with that? Because right now, the only other game in town that's doing sports games is EA. There isn't really another developer out there that's doing sports games. I mean, they could partner with THQ Nordic and Ukes again, but I think that bridge has been burnt. I don't think WWE would go with THQ Nordic because of the AEW thing. And don't even get me started on the whole Acclaim thing. Like, that's probably not the one company that I would want to resurrect. But yeah, like that's the only other developer out there is EA. But let me know what you think of the video in the comments. I will leave a link to this page from the SmackDown Hotel in the description. I will also leave you a link to my Twitch and my Kick, because when 2K25 releases Friday night, I will be live on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick, and we'll be going through kind of a bit of everything, and then getting set on what kind of content we're going to be doing. So I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you all on Friday night.